Hello there. LVLS Plays. Just sitting there with Tears of the Kingdom hanging out on my Switch screen. I got this updated earlier today. I've been running all over the place for work, so I'm exhausted. But at the same time, I'm very excited. I think that this is going to be a delightful experience that I can't wait to get into and actually experience the latest Zelda game. The sequel to the best one, the one that had the most impact on me since the NES original and the N64 Ocarina. It's gonna be a wild experience, and I have tried so hard to not be spoiled, and it has been impossible without complete media blackout to not have things revealed about what's going on in this game, which is unfortunate for me, but at the same time, I don't feel like I've had anything so monumentally spoiled that I wouldn't have made assumptions in the first place. So what I'm thinking is, I think what I'm going to do is I want to record the early moments of Tears of the Kingdom, and then I'm not going to do that for the whole thing. I want to enjoy this game on its own merits, on my own time. But I felt that it would be really neat to just do that initial reaction of the first hour or so of this experience. I think that this is going to be something special. I really do. The downside is that the microphone is going to pick up any voice stuff if I leave it on. So I think what I'm going to do is, if it's anything like Breath of the Wild, this will just start going into the story. So I think I'm going to mute my mic until the intro is done, and then as much a bit of a detriment to me, it will be I'll just then mute the game audio on my monitor so that doesn't affect the recording. And go from there. I don't know anything about how this starts beyond the trailers, so I think we'll just go ahead and jump in, and I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic for a minute.
This strange gloom keeps getting thicker. We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Okay. I've given control of Link already. I was not expecting that. So what's interesting is that full health, Link is like super powered up right now. 3 stamina wheels, full health. Don't have any special controls yet. Amiibo's disabled at the moment. I think I will turn off that for now. I might do something with it later. I'll see how that feels in a little bit. Always good to look at your options. I think what I'll do, if I've got multiple save slots, which I doubt, is maybe just do a bit of this, and then I'll Zelda doesn't like me going that way. I can come back to it. So we're beneath Hyrule Castle, and hopefully we will have captions whenever Zelda talks, so I can at least be paying some level of attention. So something that I'm currently noticing, in contrast to the first trailer, is that you don't have a pack animal with you, at the moment, at least.
People have been falling ill after coming into contact with the blue and
Getting a
drifting
little
through these
exposition
caverns.
here.
Though here it seems almost misty and not concentrated enough to harm us. We'll keep going, with it coming up from beneath Hyrule Castle. We do not know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything. But I know I'll be okay with you, Link.
I really like the way that they redesigned Zelda in this game. I think that I really like the shorter hair. It's fortunate that Tears of the Kingdom has currently only got a Link amiibo. There's reasons for that, I'm sure, but they did so many for the first Breath of the Wild, and now we just get the one, which I also got with the game. I've got all of my Zelda amiibo at the ready for when the core game actually unlocks. I wonder if she'll have anything different to say. The game looks great. We have a cutscene. Okay, Master Sword's glowing. I like Link's design as well. It's not that drastically different. He's just got some more belts. But it works. Very good lighting. The game so far feels really good to control. Alright, so there's been a lot of talk of the Zonai recently. And I will be honest, I don't genuinely know what in the world the Zonai are even about. I know that they are an ancient civilization. I'm glad that we still have Researcher Zelda. Favorite Zelda. This is my favorite Zelda in the series. And I'm really pleased that they're allowing her to continue being that way despite all of this. You know, all of the demands and requirements that were put on her in Breath of the Wild. Now that she's free from that 100-year gotta keep Calamity Ganon in check prison she isolated herself in, I'm glad that she's able to be who she wants to be. And this is great. I love this intro so far. It's really establishing a great mood. I love that it's wanting me to swing my sword, but I don't need to. There's nothing really going on here yet. But we're just like trying to research. We're doing academics. I love academics. This is kind of my jam too, because I am an anthropologist by trade in terms of my studies. And archaeology is something that's very close to me, because I did a lot of that as well. Okay, got some keys. Nothing to really worry about there.
You are not hurt, are you, Link?
This is cute. You could tell that their relationship dynamic has grown from Breath of the Wild to here. I think that's wonderful. There's a genuine concern there. Fabia agrees. I just got home, so the cats might be a little loud.
Of the royal family.
It's also really hot.
The Great War fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend? This is similar to the statues we saw earlier. A Zonai.
Yeah, the Zonai are really interesting looking.
Look like Hylians.
It's cool that they're kind of running with this from Breath of the Wild. And I, unfortunately, have not played Breath of the Wild much since 2017. I bought the DLC, but I never really did anything with it.
It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born
That's
from
probably
a
Zelda
union
from
of
Skyward
gods who had
Sword.
descended from the heavens. These murals tell a similar story, and if they are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time, working together to establish the Kingdom of Hyrule.
This is neat.
This
Oh,
figure,
there's Ganon.
he seems to be stealing something of incredible power from the young kingdom. This all aligns with what I've read during my studies. And then this. It shows the Demon King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King, then... Incredible.
I do love this stone work stuff that they've done since Breath of the Wild.
Royal histories.
It's really, really cool.
This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery.
Yay, nerd Zelda.
All right then. Now to use this invention of Pura's. I'm glad I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh. It looks like the rest of the murals are obscured. Just what is this place? Maybe we'll find more answers farther ahead.
That looks a little bit more ominous over there.
Deeper.
Yeah, this is cool. Like, just seeing... So I wonder if these things are, like, representing the Triforce in some way. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So that would potentially be 7 sages, maybe? The symbols look the same. And then there's a dark one here. And that is pretty assuredly Zelda of the past. Very interesting. But it doesn't look like there's anything on this side. So, continuing on. Oh, I just love this Zelda. This room doesn't give me positive vibes. It's interesting so far, just kind of like comparing this to what the initial trailer that we saw for Tears of the Kingdom before it even had the name, and how this is differing from it so far. Because I can't imagine that this scenario is going to translate to us leaving and coming back with that pack animal. But this is establishing such incredible mood. And I would like to imagine that the sound design is probably helping a lot with that too, but unfortunately I cannot hear it at the moment. But it's just like it's getting more and more gloom down here. And gloom seems to be the new malice. That we will be dealing with. And then there's this cool thing. That we did see in that trailer. Okay, and we've triggered a cutscene. So odds are good that I won't be doing anything for a little bit. Except pushing A to go through text. Yeah, there's not much else for me to do at this point, so...
What is that?
So this seems pretty on point with the original trailer. And then the hand is fallen. And there's that symbol that we were seeing. Very magnetoma-like. They did such a good job animating Ganondorf. And there's the malice. Oh, and there goes all my health! Very Princess Mononoke. And there's the Master Sword breaking.
Link!
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters
Oh, I bet Matt Mercer is giving one hell of a performance right now. Look at this. This is incredible.
Zelda. You who carries that fragile sword. A Link. Rauru placed his faith in
Oh, this is OG Ganondorf.
that was all you could do.
Amazing.
Know our names.
This is Ocarina Ganondorf. Oh my goodness. I did not expect that. This is cool. What a throwback. To actually reference Rauru. Oh, I am so excited. hesitation. Link just immediately. Okay, but she's fine. She disappears. And we have our hand friend. Alright, I'm already, like, captivated by what's going on. This is so neat. I'm sure I've said this somewhere on Levels Plus over time, but I probably haven't said it in a video recently. But Princess Mononoke is my favorite Ghibli film. It's my favorite movie, period, of anything. So just having Link go through that experience, that's so much an homage to Ashitaka, just hits me in a very special place. Breath of the Wild's art style really evokes Ghibli to me anyway. So, we have a hand that has basically grafted itself onto Link's damaged arm. Yeah, very Mononoke. Okay, this seems to be kind of setting us up for where we're going next. This isn't Ganondorf's arm, but it's not Link's, unless it's a past Link's.
Link, finally awake.
Oh, I like the glowy bits.
I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it lest the injury endangered
It's got some power. Okay, well, here we are. Here we are in Tears of the Kingdom proper. I think the intro did a fantastic job of establishing a really good mood, a really good setting. We know that Zelda is okay, so to speak. She didn't fall into a pit. She got plucked out of it by the magnetoma thing she was carrying. Ganondorf is deep down somewhere, but he's going to be coming back. And now we have Link. He needs to figure out his means of moving forward. Alright, so it looks like I'm currently stuck with the damaged sword, but at least I can cut vines. Okay. And then there's something glowy bits over there. So let's see what this is about. Hands are very important to this game. That's one of the things that I read without intending to learn anything about Tears of the Kingdom. Just it was in a headline. Because people just can't resist talking about this game right now. Which makes a lot of sense. It was pretty apparent that Link's hand is going to be a really critical part of how they were going to change his moveset. Okay, so I got a blue glowy that I can't do anything with. We got gears moving that I probably can't do anything with currently. Let's see if... Okay, so climbing's here, but the stamina wheel is back to quote-unquote normal. And I don't have any abilities to really do anything cool with that yet. And that wall's too slick. So, it's probably a platforming challenge that I'll need to get to. But I don't see anything else of note in here. It does seem that I'm in a different location than when I started. Swimming takes stamina. I was about to say, did they change that? No, they did not. So no, continuing no abuse of using water. And here's a wall. And then you can dash with B and burn your stamina meter really fast. Yeah, and that's an important little tutorial right there. Because you'll be falling from some pretty big heights in this game. We got a chest. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, let's get into the inventory. Equip those. For some slight armor. I am not the type that's going to do a nude link run. I'm just looking around since that was pretty clear. But it doesn't appear that there's anything else of note. So for a little bit of context, I played the original game, Breath of the Wild, on the Wii U. So I'm imagine the controls were similar, but they're just feeling different enough that I'm trying to remember how everything's supposed to feel. Huh? Okay, so there we go. So action is A, B, Y is tack. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted. I think I like this enabled better. Okay, so we're gonna be in the sky because again, something that was spoiled, but we're gonna get the really cool moment of here we go. And I'm not controlling this. The game is taking over. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, well, once this cutscene ends, I think I will have free reign, so to speak. Although I probably don't have my paraglider, so I won't be able to safely do a lot. There's Dragon. Beautiful. Like I said, I had a feeling they were going to do the cool, check out how awe-inspiring our intro moment is that reveals the name of the game. That animation was very funny when I pushed the wrong button. Okay. And here we are. Let's see if these lily pads will hold my weight. Yep, they will. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get used to running around and jumping. So here we are, Great Sky Island, our training ground to learn how this game works differently. Okay, well, as with any good Zelda game, it's all about exploration. And now I could just do something with the right stick. I didn't quite catch that. Yeah, let's throw the Master Sword. Just to get rid of this crucial weapon. I totally missed that instruction. So let me change equipment. Okay. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay. And then I should be able to grab Sky Shrooms, so that's our basic health. I think I will go back to the Master Sword because it's infinite. So I can build it from supplies. Okay, got bugs. So let's bonk this tree. Oh, it's got an energy meter. Even in its broken state. So that will be done for a little while. And we've got an enemy. Okay, so... Okay, we got some stuff. We're learning. Okay, and I can climb this tree. Got an apple, so there's more apples in this tree. Another tree branch. Gonna need those. Let's go check out what's in this gazebo. There's a slightly better weapon, a wood stick. Once upon a time, there was probably something really cool here, but not at the moment. We'll stick with the tree branches for now. Those seem to be plentiful enough. Like, my mind is boggled at just what I just did. Like, there's a bunch of stuff down there, and then there's Hyrule, way down in those clouds. And we get to navigate all of this. That's this game. So is this a friendly? Okay, so Zelda's safe. So we're gonna get our Puripad. Which is now Switch. Cute. Nintendo. Okay. Oh, the Garden of Time. And that's the Temple of Time. Oh, we had a ruined Temple of Time in the last game. I wonder if this is the same place. Okay, we have an objective. So what does this do? I'll go ahead and touch it with my mysterious hand that speaks to me with a character that knows Zelda, has been in communication with Zelda. That's now merged. So that seems to be a way to move things forward. Grab some more of these. Tree branch. But now that I have an objective, I kind of know the general sense of where I'm supposed to go. And that doesn't mean the way that this game works that I have to do that. I can kind of just explore now and feel like I got freedom of wandering around. And that's going to be a big part of my Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom experience, because that's what I did in Tears of the Kingdom, is that I didn't necessarily try to follow guides too much. I did a little bit when I was ready to move forward. Okay, we're getting a little tutorial there on throwing stuff, which was hilarious when I was doing the Master Sword earlier. Take my time up here. Ooh, nice lens flare. I don't remember Link being quite so versatile as climbing upside down surfaces in Breath of the Wild. But again, I haven't played it since probably 2019, 2020 with any remote sense of understanding. It's been a long time. Alright, and there's a snowy mountain over there, but given my current get up and knowing how Breath of the Wild works, I would freeze over there. So that's not going to be on my menu anytime soon. That looks like a little bit of a loftier goal, but okay, there's some birds. While I'm wandering around, since it seems pretty mellow here at the moment, I'll reminisce a little bit about Breath of the Wild. I did a little bit in the Last Levels Plus Whenever video when I did this episode 73 on my Zelda collection prior to Tears of the Kingdom. And it really just was something that I desperately needed. I needed a game to get lost in. And Breath of the Wild made me forget a lot of the pain and a lot of the hurt and a lot of the loss that I had gone through. Losing my job and losing my partner within a month of each other was a lot, and a lot of betrayal in a sense from people that I worked with, and of course my partner's decisions leading up to the separation. I won't get into that here. I don't need to shit talk my ex. But I was unemployed when Breath of the Wild came out. and it fulfilled me. It allowed me to just get away from just being in my head and getting into a really depressed state of self-blame and self-hurt, that it was my fault, that all of this was deserved, you know, that delightful headspace of being depressed. And it gave me like an objective. It gave me something to work on. And then when I wasn't playing it, I was able to, because I had put that energy into something good and positive, and reinforced the fact that I can move on with my life, that the life that I was living wasn't the life I should be living. I was able to pull myself together, get a temporary job that carried me through a few months, and then I got the job I currently have. And I've been in that job for over 5 years now, and it's honestly the best that it's ever been. And I've managed to move on in so many ways from that dysfunctional relationship that was doing neither of us good at that stage. It needed to end. And I learned a lot about who I am, what I need, and a lot of self-reflection has led to a lot of self-respect. The reason I'm doing these videos at all, honestly, is because I feel confident in myself, even though, you know, the quality of these could certainly be better. I could put a lot more time into them. But I feel like, at the very least, that I'm putting out something that I can be proud of. And investing in this computer and this capture card and being able to just do this, like the microphone and all this stuff. I did all this in part to support my healing, to allow myself to do things that I like to do and explore things that I wanted to try and never did prior in my life. That's really powerful, finding a purpose. My books are an extension of that. Publishing 9 books in 3 years. It's a phenomenal thing that I've been able to do that gives me so much joy. And just like I've got 4 more that I'm working on. And just being able to like diversify what I do with my creative side. I can do videos, I can do art, I can do writing, I can do book design, I could do photographs, I could do graphic design, I can color stuff, I can just, there's so much on my table now that I didn't have before. I practice Reiki and meditation, although my meditation is a little out of practice and I need to work on that. Well, that's one way to break it open, I guess. Okay, we got a little bit of dialogue, so I'll take a little break. Lock-on is not anything new to the Zelda series. But yeah, just like being able to like gain this independence has really been super duper important. Looks like that's probably the next place to go. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything else up here. And I'm very, very thankful. What you seek is seeking you is a mantra that I've been saying for probably about a half a year now. One of my friends that does sound meditations reflected that after I kind of talked about it with a different friend. And just that is kind of where I'm at right now. And it's like the last week or so especially, I've been really trying to just regain some openness that I've lost from the pandemic. Like, the pandemic just changed so much about social dynamics. And it's taken me quite a while to, like, get comfortable again doing things. But I'm getting there. And that's really nice. It almost feels like this game is coming out at the right time for me, with clear eyes, unclouded by hate. Since this is so Princess Mononoke. To embrace this new me that has grown since the last time I played a Zelda game this earnestly, brand new for the first time. I've replayed the original Legend of Zelda, I think, twice in the last 5 years. Once recently, right before this, because I really like the original Legend of Zelda. It's still my second favorite in the series. This game's just really pretty. And it means a lot to experience a new Zelda game, because it kind of... the series is important to me. It's been important to me since like 1988 or so, when I got the original gold cart as a gift for a birthday, and then lost it, and then reclaimed it multiple times over my life, and now actually have the disc system version as well as a gold cart in box with the manual and the map. And it's really something else to have something that was formative back in your life. And I just feel like Zelda games, when they're done well, the original Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, I would even say Link Between Worlds, they've come in at the right time. A critical point in my life that I needed to have that adventure, that sense of escape, and I think Tears of the Kingdom is arriving at a pivotal point in my life that I've been waiting for something to, like, cement that the next chapter's begun. And oddly enough, here we are, brand new Zelda game. I felt like so many things have just begun shifting into place. It's really cool. I'm very, very excited about this prospect. Oh, cooking pot. We've got some cooking. Oh, I lit my stick on fire. Apparently I need to learn how to cook from somebody before I could use it, though. Having my arm nearly burned off my body made me forget how to cook. Apparently Link's been living it easy for a little while. That's alright. It'll eventually teach me how to do that. What's this? Spicy pepper. So yeah, I will need that. I would really appreciate that tree branch not trying to get in the way. So is it just as simple as me holding them and then... okay. So it just kind of assumes that you know what you're doing. Okay. There used to be a prompt, but I guess they're just like, no need for a prompt. Just do it. I'll go ahead and throw some eggs and mushrooms together. Nope. Just tap that slightly the wrong way. Okay. See what else we got here. Throw this cricket in there. Throw some apples. Alright. Yay. Apparently eating crickets is not something we want to be doing. That's going to probably hurt me. Nope, it won't. But yeah, I'll just get out of there. Just so you can enjoy that disgusted look. Apparently it wasn't that bad. Remember, Link had a pretty gross face when he actually ate it in the last game. But I think I'm gonna call it here because I want to begin like exploring this game in more depth, and I feel that I'm gonna run out of things to say. And since I can't hear anything, I feel like I'm missing some of the experience. So I'm gonna start the game over so I could hear all the cutscenes and all that, because I didn't get that far. And I'm gonna enjoy it and embrace this opportunity that Zelda provides to kind of push me towards something new. And that's very exciting to me. I hope that you enjoyed my introduction to Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't really accomplish a whole lot of exciting stuff, but I really wasn't intending to. I really just kind of wanted to wander around and get my feels about how this game controls and pick up the vibe, and the vibe is something that I'm really excited about. So I will be in touch with you soon, I'm sure. I will say that it's going to be busy on a few different fronts between me playing this and work stuff, and got some writing that I've really been enjoying doing for one of my books that I'm going to probably be splitting some time between this and that. I got an air conditioner to install this weekend. Might be a little while before another video pops up or anything too substantial on Levels Plus. But I'll be back soon. I'm wanting to get the next Smash fighting character video done. So maybe that'll be the next thing that I put up. I just need to write the script for it, because I actually script those. It's good to know what I'm talking about when it comes to saying, I want this character in Smash. Anyway, I am just rambling at this point. Thank you again for watching. I hope that you enjoy the game, if you're into the Zelda series. I hope it fulfills what I dream it will for me, and I hope it does for you too. Take care.